Okay, so on the surface, the first arc of Sword Art Online, Ankrad, it looks like a story about a cool new virtual reality game. But that's not what it's really about. Dig a little deeper, and you'll find this incredible, profound exploration of what it means to find a reason to live, especially when you're surrounded by death 24/7. So let's break down exactly how this story pulls that off.
So just imagine this for a second. You've logged into the most hyped VR game of all time. You're ready to start your adventure, and then you're greeted with these words from the creator himself. 10,000 players suddenly trapped. The logout button? Gone. The only way out is to beat the whole game, and if you fail, well, the penalty is absolute. This isn't just a game anymore. This is the terrifying new reality of Sword Art Online. A world of despair. I mean, that's exactly what it becomes. In just one single moment, this ultimate digital fantasy just twists itself into a living nightmare. And the problem facing every single player is brutally, brutally simple. How do you survive in a world that's been meticulously designed to kill you? A world where every monster, every hidden trap, and heck, even your fellow players, could mean a permanent end.
Now, this whole setup puts the players right into a classic narrative framework we call the death game. But Sword Art Online takes it to the absolute extreme. We're not talking about fictional characters in a story here. These are real people, prisoners in a digital coliseum, forced to fight for their actual real-world lives. I mean, the stakes, they literally could not be any higher.
But here's what's so interesting about how this story is told. We don't start on day one. Nope, we jumped in 2 long years into this nightmare. By now, the players have clawed their way up to the 74th floor of this floating castle, Einkrad. And let me tell you, hope is fading fast. Survival has just become this grim, day-to-day routine.
All right, the lonely black swordsman. It's in this grim new world that we finally meet our protagonist, Kirito. Now this guy is one of the most powerful players in the entire game, a top-tier frontline clearer. But his incredible strength isn't built on teamwork or friendship. Oh no, it's built on a foundation of deliberate, self-imposed isolation.
His whole philosophy is to survive alone. He's known as the Black Swordsman, and he is a solo player through and through. He avoids guilds, he avoids parties, he avoids any real human connection. And you know, on the surface, his philosophy seems cold, but practical. I mean, in a death game, who can you rely on but yourself, right? But here's the thing. It isn't just a strategy, it's a shield. And to really understand Kirito, we've got to understand the trauma that shield is protecting him from.
And it all comes down to this deep, just gut-wrenching trauma. See, early on in the game, he actually found a group he really connected with, his first guild, the Moonlit Black Cats. For the first time, he wasn't alone. But he hid his true level from them, which was way, way higher. And tragically, that little bit of pride, that overconfidence, it led him to guide them right into a trap they just weren't ready for. And he was the only one strong enough to survive it. That guilt, the memory of watching his friends die because of his mistake, that became the cage that's kept him locked in solitude ever since.
Kirito and Asuna's encounter. Because look, in a world like this, no one can truly survive alone forever, and Kirito's carefully built world of isolation, it is about to be completely shattered by the arrival of Asuna, who might just be the one and only player in all of Ankrad who is his true equal.
So let's just look at how these two stack up. On one side, you have Kirito. His goal? Just survive, day by day. He's haunted by this fear of losing anyone else. Then you have Asuna. Her goal? To clear the game. Period. She leads one of the top guilds with this cold, almost mechanical determination. They are complete polar opposites in how they approach this nightmare, and yet, both of them are absolutely brilliant players, both broken by this world in their own unique ways.
The meaning of to live, because when these two team up, it forces a massive change in both of them. And this is where the story's core theme really comes into focus. That incredible shift from just surviving to actually living. And honestly, this is the story's greatest charm. They discover a normal life right in the middle of this death game. After a ridiculously brutal boss battle on the 74th floor, Kirito and Asuna do something radical. They decide to step away from the front lines. They choose to stop fighting for a while and just live. And this, right here, is the story's most powerful turning point. And it's in this quiet space that they start to rediscover their own humanity. I mean, they buy a log cabin by a lake, they cook and share meals together, they even get married within the game's system. And then they find and adopt this mysterious little AI girl named Yui, forming this small, fragile family. Every one of these simple human moments is like an act of rebellion against the sheer cruelty of the game.
And it's during this time that Asuna's whole motivation changes. She says it herself, I want to live. She no longer just wants to escape the game, she wants to live the life she's found right here inside of it. And for Kirito, well, for the first time since that horrible tragedy with his guild, he realizes he has finally found something and someone that he's willing to risk everything to protect. He's not fighting because of the ghosts of his past anymore. Now, he's fighting to build a future.
The final battle's truth. You knew it couldn't last, right? In a death game, peace is a luxury you just can't afford. Their quiet life gets interrupted and they're pulled right back to the front lines on the 75th floor, where this whole story is about to hit its shocking climax.
So during this absolutely chaotic boss battle, Kirito spots something impossible. He's watching Heathcliff, the leader of the top guild, the most respected player in the game, and he's moving in a way that just defies the game's own physics. He's too fast, his defense is too perfect, and then this chilling realization just washes over Kirito. Who is this guy?
He is Aki Hiko Kayaba, the creator of the game master himself. The final boss wasn't waiting up on floor 100. He was hiding in plain sight, playing right alongside his prisoners this entire time. So Kirito calls him out right there in front of everyone, and Kayaba, he's just amused by it all, and he offers a deal, a one-on-one duel. If Kirito wins, every single player gets to go free. The fight it's brutal. Kirito is totally outmatched by the Game Master, and he gets dealt a fatal blow. But right as his HP is draining to zero, something incredible happens. That will to live, that future he found with Asuna, it allows him to defy the game's own code. He lands one final, impossible strike. He lands the blow, he wins, the game is cleared.
So, why is Aincrad so special? The death game is over, they won, but why does this specific story arc stick with people? Why does it resonate so deeply?
Well, it's because Aincrad is this perfect storm of powerful, universal themes all crammed into one incredible story. You've got questions about VR and the nature of death, you've got the journey from loneliness to love, the blurred lines between AI and humanity, and at its core, that universal search for a reason to live. It's a survival story that understands that the most important part of surviving is finding something worth surviving for.
So, as the world of Aincrad literally deletes itself around them, Kirito and Asuna say their goodbyes. They promise to find each other in the real world. And then, Kirito wakes up. He's back. He's in a hospital bed, his body incredibly weak after 2 years of being dormant. But he's only got one thing on his mind: find Asuna.
He did it. He survived. He won. He cleared the game. And he did it all for one reason: to see her again. So the huge, crucial question that hangs over the end of this entire arc is, if he's here, why isn't Asuna? Where is she?